riding aboard the Fauna, named after the green fairy from Sleeping Beauty. Now, in order to get to Storybook Land, we must pass through the jaws of Monstro, the giant whale that swallowed Pinocchio. So please keep your hands and arms inside the boat and well away from his lovely white teeth. If you recall the story of Pinocchio, when he was swallowed by Monstro, he lit a fire in his belly that made Monstro sneeze so hard that it blew his tail right off, giving us our own special entrance into Storybook Land. We begin with the classical tale of the three little pigs. On our left is the cave of the big bad wolf, and across the way are his potential breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's Piper's house of straw, Fiddler's house of sticks, and of course Practical Pig's house of wolf-proof bricks. Under the bridge and to the left is the little British village where Alice began her adventures in Wonderland. She lives in the thatched roof house in the corner, and on a golden afternoon, she followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole. On our right, in the center of the canal, is London Park, where Wendy, John, and Michael flew with Peter, Ted, and Tinkerbell on their way to Fairyland, leaving a trail of pixie dust in the trees. Straight out of the Arabian Nights is Agrabah, city of mystery and enchantment. It was here where a that named Aladdin managed to stay one jump ahead of the palace guards and steal the heart of Princess Jasmine. Beneath these twinkling arches is where Aladdin disguised himself as Prince Ali of Abwa and took Princess Jasmine over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride to a whole new world. Now one might ask, how could a street rat disguise himself as a prince and where would he get a magic carpet? The answers lie just ahead, so please keep your hands and arms inside the boat as we enter the Cave of Wonders, where we'll find Aladdin's magic lamp.
It's a number. It's not a person, it's a number. Yep.
On our right is the cozy little cottage of the Seven Dwarves, where you can hear Snow White whistle while she works. And beyond that is where the dwarves dig in their mines the whole day through. On our far left is the stately chateau, where Cinderella once lived with her wicked stepmother. But now, thanks to her fairy godmother, she lives with Prince Charming in the castle at the top of the hill. And if you look about halfway up along that bridge, you can still see where Cinderella's coach turned back into a pumpkin. On our left is a giant patchwork quilt comprised completely of desert flowers. This quilt was inspired by the Silly Symphony, Lullaby Land. And in case you're wondering, all of the trees and plants in Storybook Land, from palm trees to pomegranates, are 100% real. They're kept small by a process of miniaturization known only to Tinkerbell and a select few Disneyland gardeners. This keeps them from growing no more than 1 inch per year. Some of these trees are the oldest in Fantasyland, reaching ages of over 150 years old. A few were even planted by Walt Disney himself. Just around the bend is Toad Hall, ancestral home to J. Thaddeus Toad, Esquire. To the left of Toad Hall is Mole End, the modest little home of Toad's best friend, Mr. Mole. Now, if you should hear a wind in the willows, it's probably Toad off on a wild ride, merrily on his way to nowhere in particular. On our left are 3 Dutch windmills. The one in the center is most famous for sheltering local animals during a terrible thunderstorm. In the Academy Award-winning Silly Symphony, The Old Mill. Beneath the Matterhorn is the Alpine Village home of Pinocchio. It was in that woodcarver shop where Geppetto wished upon a star and brought his little wooden puppet to life. Painted in the bay to our right is Prince Eric's ship. It was on that stretch of beach where Ariel took her first steps on land and became part of our world. Now, she lives with her husband Eric and daughter Melody in this beautiful castle by the sea. But when Ariel was a little mermaid, she lived under the sea. So if you look to your left beyond that waterfall, you might catch a glimpse of Ariel's underwater home in Atlantica, ruled by her father, King Triton. And now it's time for us to return to shore. So please keep your hands and arms inside the boat and watch your fingers and elbows as we approach the dock. I hope you all enjoyed our tour of Storybook Land and will have a wonderful day here at Disneyland. Please remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop along the dock. And then I'm going to count to 3, and we're all going to stand up in the center of the boat for balance.
For balance.
Remain seated just a moment, please. Watch all hands, arms, and fingers over the dock. And a 1, 2, 3. Watch your step, please. And to the left towards the waterfall. Watch your step.
Oh, sorry.